we have to present for you today. We are a group of bloggers and we came together for a fun collaboration. And the collaboration is mainly based on food. So if you're a foodie, you really enjoy what we have to present for you today. My name is Roxanne and my blog is based on things that annoy. The name of my blog, I should say, is Things That Annoy and Things to Enjoy. And it's based on everyday occurrences that annoy people and things that we can also enjoy. And it's mainly based on social issues. So it affects everybody. So you can come over and take a look at what I have. Here with me also is my co-host, Leston Paul.
Hi everybody and welcome. I'm Leston Paul, obviously. Anyway, my blog is Creative Diversity of Trinidad and Tobago, and it's such a pleasure for me to be here and do a collaboration with my colleagues. Today we have with us two experts and two great young people who are also bloggers. We have on our left hand side we have Marina, and we have also Krystal Leah. Right? So they're gonna talk about their blog in a few minutes. But for now, we're going to turn right over back to Roxanne, and she's going to be able to introduce what we're doing here.
All right, before we move on, we have one more person to introduce, and his name is Kieron Anthony, our camp guy.
Oh yes, we totally forget him. Sorry. You've been doing a marvelous job, must say that.
Right, and he also has a blog. What's your blog, Kieron? Road to Pro Talk, all right? So
yeah,
don't forget to check it
yeah.
out as well. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to just walk over to our two guests who has a lovely food here for us. I cannot wait to really dive in and see what it is about. But first of all, before we get to the food, we would just want to ask them a few questions. We want to ask these two very talented cooks some questions. Okay, so we're going to ask these two very talented cooks we have here a few questions. And the first question I have here, we want to find out how your blogs address the topic of food, because you both have food blogs. And food is a very broad, very wide topic. So how does your blog address the topic of food?
Firstly, the name of my blog is Marina. It's about expressing yourself with food, being creative, and bringing out that unique side of you in the kitchen, right? I'm a graphic designer, and I love to design and come up with creative ways, and kitchen is a way that, I see myself expressing and baking and just showing that other side of me. It really, touching. And I want people to never be afraid of going in the kitchen, exploring new things, trying new things. And that's my blog is about, just to be out there, explore, and to reach that point of where you said, I can do this.
Very good. And Krystal, how does your blog address food?
All right, well, first of all, my blog is about being a vegan. So, I'm more interested in healthy foods.
Yes.
So you're going to find a lot of healthy stuff on my blog. Being a vegan for me is pretty new. I've only started like 6 months ago, and it's going pretty well. I do have some struggles, and when you read my blog, you're going to see that I do have some struggles, trying to not eat chicken and stuff like that, because my family eat a lot of meat and that kind of thing, right? So I'm experimenting with it. So far, it has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm not the best cook. I'm not like her, I'm not that of a great passionate person in terms of cooking, but I still do like to cook, and I still think that changing my diet was like the best thing that ever happened to me. So I am encouraging everyone to try and change their diet.
Oh my. So, all right, I wanted to ask some questions because, both of your blogs have actually intrigued me in some way or the other. For instance, Marina, with your blogs, you've actually posted about certain things about cooking different dishes and foods, and recently you posted about eggs, and that was really amazing. While Krystal, actually, you've talked about vegan food. I'm not a vegan. I love my meat. But then looking at your blog, I've seen different things. I've learned other things as well, how I can change my diet as well. So I want to ask questions. And Marina, I want to start with you first, right? It's going to be personal, all right? My questions are very personal because I want my audience to know exactly who you are. And I also want to know who you are, all right? So tell me this, your love for food, when did that first begin?
8 years old.
8 years
my
old.
mother's kitchen. And then it had, when my family saw the passion that I have for cooking, it had reached like other family members started showing me recipes and tips, and even my brother who went to military culinary school, so he had shown me 1 or 2 of his tips of making things.
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. Oh my God, 8 years of age.
8, that's amazing.
Boiling water is that time.
It took less. My mother was taking too long. And I just saw actually she was making chicken that day, and I just saw the meat there, and I remember, I'm a quick learner, especially in the kitchen, and I remember seeing how she cut the meat and season it, and she used to go along while I stand there, she used to go along and telling me that this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I just took a chop and I said, meat, I am going to cook you. That was the exact words I said, meat, I'm going to cook you, and I just cut it up. And when my grandfather saw it, he was like, child, what you doing in the kitchen?
Oh my God.
But you know what, he enjoyed it after. I was like surprised.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's so nice.
That's really amazing because at 8 years of age, there's a lot of young people don't even 13 and stuff. They
Yeah,
haven't
they're
even
running
started.
from the kitchen.
Yeah, because I remember I started cooking when I was 14 because my mother went away and I wanted to experiment, and I burned everything.
Oh.
And I thought, oh my God, I was the best chef in the world, right? That's what I thought, right? But the food was burnt. Just looking back at it. Anyway, so my next question I really want to ask you, all right? What are some of your secrets? And I said secrets, I mean about your food, right? I don't want to. Is there any secret?
Personal secrets.
Oh, my secret for cooking is love.
Love.
You must love kitchen, must feel that sort of energy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a graphic designer, I love to express myself and be energetic and vibrant, you know. And like a time I made something I was really hungry in the kitchen. And the food did taste good. And my parents was like, oh my gosh, you know, like this food no good. No good. Like our Chinese man would say food will taste good. You know, and it was like, you know, Marina, so I asked them why. And they said like, because you did not put love in it. You know, you always have to feel it in a positive way. Like food speak to you, you speak to food.
True.
Right?
Oh, so that's something I need to learn to do because that's why my food don't taste good at all. Alright, when I cook my food and stuff like that, I need to put love in it.
Yeah, never cook angry.
You don't feel that way sometimes when you cook?
Yeah, you need to put love in your food. I mean,
I didn't know that. They should have put that in recipe books. You don't think so as well? Everybody, you don't think that you should put
it's
on
a
recipe
key
books?
ingredient.
Love, yeah.
But it's something that we should do like inside.
But I thought you just go in the kitchen, just put on stuff you could be hungry as well, just cook food, fire, fiction, everything, and make food.
Then it would taste the same.
Well, I have to try that next time, right?
Yeah.
So my last question I want to ask you, Marina, right? Is there anybody, not me, you're talking about anybody else, right? Inspire you in cooking? Because I'm seeing your delicious food that you have here. Anybody inspire you?
Oh, firstly I would say my family, because they're the backbone of where I started in cooking. And especially my grandmother and my deceased grandmother, and she had shared the recipe, all her recipes in cooking, so she really had shown me the way in cooking. And Rachel Ray, I admire Rachel Ray and Bobby Flay and their style of making and their enthusiasm that they have, passion for the kitchen, that allow me to like just go for it, Marina, go for it.
Oh, good. I can see that in your food.
Yeah.
I really can see that in your food. So, thank you very much, Marina, and we really enjoy that, and I'm sure the audience will enjoy it as well. So, now we just want to go across to Krystal Leah, right? She is a vegan blogger. She talks about vegan, and it have been 6 months that you've been doing vegan. You have been a vegan, right? So, Krystal, I want you to tell me, what have inspired you to become a vegan? Is transitioning because
Yeah.
you know a lot of people. There's a big change.
Very
Meat to change from meat would
Yeah.
be like change a new world. So what changed? What inspired you to actually do that?
Well, my inspiration really was my sister.
Yeah.
When I came home from traveling, she changed her whole diet.
Yeah.
All right. While I was away, she changed her entire diet, and she started not eating meat, and you know, she was also exploring things like the fact that, you know, how they kill and abuse the animals
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then she tried to get me to change as well, and I sort of saw a lot of sense in it.
Yeah.
Also, my main goal was really I want to drop some more weight, right? And I
Yeah.
found that while I was eating meat, even though it's protein, I wasn't losing as how I should have.
Yeah.
So it was a way to kind of boost that as well.
Yes.
And also, of course, to be healthier, all
Mhm.
right? And on my blog, I have outlined a lot of different recipes. I have outlined a lot of different, you know, ways people can swap their
Yeah.
food, right? So you don't have to always have meat. You can
Yeah.
also have other things that will also give you
Mhm.
protein. And people think that you can't get protein from anything else
Yes.
other than chicken, and that's not true. So, and I'm enjoying it so far.
You are very
It's
good.
an amazing experience. As I said, I do have struggles.
Yeah.
And sometimes my brother does come home with his KFC and dangle it in front of my face. And it smells really, really good. I
That
was a
memory.
meat eater, even though I didn't, in the past I didn't eat much chicken. I used to eat a
Yes.
lot of fish before.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also saw, like, I was also aware of how they treat animals and stuff like that too. And I found that it was a bit gross.
Yes.
And you know, I wouldn't treat my dog like that or
Yeah.
my cat like that or anything. So
Yeah.
that was also an inspiration for me as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. That's very thing. I know you said something there about protein. You know,
Yeah.
persons are not even aware that you can get
Yeah.
protein from things that are not meat.
Yeah.
Can you enlighten us a little bit? Because even I'm getting educated about it here, right? Things like what can we get protein from, and people can transition.
Yeah. All right. So we have beans.
Yes.
Beans is an excellent way to get protein. So beans, peas, things like soya. Now there's a bit of contradiction with the soy. A lot of people saying that soy it's not that good, and you know, yeah, some people are saying it's not the best thing to eat and whatever. But to me, soy is a plant. It comes from the bean and it tastes really good. And I grew up on soy, so this is not my first time having soy. Actually, I grew
Okay.
up on soy, so I know how to cook it. I know how to make it taste really good without actually it tasting bad. I know some people are like, oh my god, soy, I don't want soy. But there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
And if you do it a particular way, it will taste excellent. You wouldn't even miss chicken.
Could I ask a little mini question? Just a little mini question. You said that you cook with soy. Is
Yeah.
it just the soybeans, or is it like making soy products? Because I know there's a lot of soy products out
Yes.
there, like the bologna and the veggie links.
Yeah.
So is it that you make, or is just the bean? Sorry.
Well, the bean doesn't taste good. I will tell you. It's very bitter. All right, and it's difficult. It's difficult to cook for me. You know, it takes a lot. So I tend to use more of the products itself to get my meals going. I know College Health Foods, they have a lot of products and stuff like that. So I tend to use a lot of what they have. And some of the groceries, they carry a lot of stuff. There are a lot of unique stuff now that you can use. For instance, peanut butter. The regular peanut butter that has a lot of hydrogenated oil and a lot of other different stuff in it. There's, I think I was outlining this on my blog as well. You can get like the Sun peanut butter. That's a different brand. Or the Earth Balance. And there's no hydrogenated oil in it. There is no, so it's a good sort of swap to use or substitute.
That's good.
Yeah, so there are a lot of substitutes, and people think, oh my gosh, there are no substitutes, but there are tons of substitutes for meat. and for other types of food that may not be healthy. You know, even things like eggs. You know, like I was explaining before, I use flaxseed.
Yes.
Right? To substitute for eggs and cakes and stuff, and the cakes come out exactly the same.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, there was, I remember, I don't want to cut you, but I remember in high school, stop.
See, talk louder.
Oh, sorry.
But I do this just to get everybody.
Yeah. I remember this in high school. Oh, sorry.
3, 2.
Yeah. I remember this in high school. I had a friend who was vegan as well, and we were making cake, and it was so amazing that he didn't use no eggs, and what he used was milk.
Right.
I was like, yo, weird, no eggs and just milk, and this was the best cake I taste, and I'm not exaggerating. This is the best cake that I ever tasted because it had no egg and it was just milk inside. I tried to recreate that same thing, but I think it never came out the same way. I have to do the love as well. Hi, Krystal. So I want to find out, right? And a lot of people I probably guess might want to know this, right? You're vegan and relationships, right? How hard has it been in a relationship if your partner is not a vegan like you and probably they're still eating meat? For instance, you like somebody and then you get into a relationship and realize that they don't want to change to vegan. How is your relationship? How hard is it?
Right. I was having the same discussion with someone earlier. For me, it's not hard. Right? I understand, obviously, because I think, come on, I was eating meat before.
Yes.
So I'm not going to force someone who doesn't want to, you know. However, I am going to cook vegan food.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, it's not like I won't cook meat, because as I said before, my family still eats meat, right? My brother, my father, and everyone, they still eat meat. So obviously, I could cook it. I would cook it. I don't feel for it. Sometimes, a lot of times, you know, I don't have a desire to eat it. So it's not going to be that hard. And most of my friends they eat meat, and we go on countless occasions. And they order meat and it's fine. I order whatever I order, it's okay. It's actually not a big deal. But I wouldn't make that like a make-break thing. There's so many other things to worry about with a relationship. To have to worry about, okay, whether you eat
meat or not. Yeah.
You know? However, there are people who do find it impossible to date someone who is a meat eater if they are.
Yeah.
And I think it's unfair. I think so. And they're like, I mean, where am I going to find a vegan? Like, I have to go searching for a vegan. Yes. You know, you go out, you meet somebody, you have to ask them, are you vegan? That doesn't make much sense. So,
that's good. That's very good. Thank you so much, Krystal. Thank you. Thanks, Marina. Can't wait to actually devour those lovely, delicious.
All right, and talking about devouring, now it's time for the fun part. So we're gonna just take a little taste of each of their dishes and let you know what we think.
I'm liking this
And
bread.
that's actually my grandmother's recipe. And then she passed on to my aunt,
I can
passed
share
on
with
to
you.
me. So I say, let me just share how my family make bread and beef.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Marina. And now we want to take a little taste of Krystal Leah's.
all right, well, let me just explain what this is, right?
Yes.
This is a sweet potato pizza. So the crust is basically sweet potato. There's some tomato sauce at the bottom of it. I put some cheese, vegetarian cheese. And
That's vegetarian cheese?
Yeah, it's vegetarian cheese, yeah. And soya. I mix the soya with some green beans as well, so you have like that sort of green bean effect.
Yeah.
I don't use a lot of salt as well.
Okay.
All right, so
This is good.
it's good.
It is good.
Okay, good.
I love it.
Take the cheesy part.
Cheesy part.
What part of it?
I give him praise.